During his primetime address last night, President Donald Trump continued to cast doubt on American elections. He also said his administration is unclassifying never-seen-before documents on election security, which reference Colorado's voter registration polls.
Yeah, we just showed you those documents. Kyle is here. Kyle, you started going through these documents the minute they came out.
Yeah, so as soon as the White House released the documents, I went through each one looking for references to Colorado, and there are two such pages. There's a White House task force report that says that Colorado was among the states where voter registration rolls were, quote unquote, compromised by China. Sounds scary, right? It's not. The second document says that China got Colorado's voter rolls the same way that literally anyone else in the world can, because they're public documents. You can go get them. I can go get them. They don't show how anybody voted. It's stuff like your name, your address, your party affiliation, the things that candidates and parties use to target voters. Now, it's well known that China vacuums up available information about Americans. Unsettling? For sure. Proof of election interference? Not at all, even though that's how President Trump framed it.
Over a period of years, starting during the 2020 election cycle, the People's Republic of China carried out what is believed to be the largest compromise of election data in history, resulting in China's illicit acquisition of 220 million U.S. voter files. That information includes names, addresses, phone numbers, political party preferences, and other sensitive data that would be needed to register to vote and engage in other nefarious activities.
What we did not hear last night is one shred of proof of Trump's central claim that the 2020 election was rigged against him. And think about this now, right? He's been back in power for more than a year. He has the entire force of the federal government at his disposal to find evidence of his election rigging claims. And last night it was clear he's come up empty-handed. There just was nothing there, right? There were conversations about the way that China wants to try to influence American elections, like get Americans to fight with each other. Yeah, we've known that for a very long time, right? Russia does it, China does it, right? It's not good. It's a known thing, but it was kind of packaged last night like, check out all this scary stuff, and 90% of it was already known.
Yeah, and the thing here is, if you don't follow these things closely, you hear 240 million people, and at the end of that sentence, he said, and other things needed to register to vote. Well, no one's making an accusation that China took that information and registered people to vote, but that's the insinuation.
Yeah, and right, there's no connection between, like, here's how they would actually take the information and then do something with it. It's, this thing happened, isn't that scary? But as soon as you actually know what's going on with it, a lot of the language becomes decoded, right? This idea that, like, Colorado's records were compromised. Well, they're publicly available, so they're no more compromised than you compromise a book when you walk into a bookstore and buy it. You haven't compromised it, you've just bought something that's publicly available like anybody else can.
So there's so many people that have been locked into this election denying group. And now that he's had access to everything to expose this, are they disappointed?
I got the sense that folks in Colorado's election denier movement were really frustrated last night. Some of them plainly saying that they wanted to see more. They thought that there was going to be more. Tina Peters, of course, ally of the president, freed by Governor Jared Polis, said that she wanted the president to declare a national emergency. You'll hear that from a lot of folks who deny the validity of elections. They want Trump to seize control of elections, perhaps put the military in control of elections. Obviously, that would be authoritarian stuff that you have not seen in America previously. That's what they hope that this would lead up to. Trump didn't go there last night, but he could just be laying the predicate for something down the line to say, well, remember back in July, I told you China was doing some shady stuff. Well, now China's done X, so I'm taking control of the elections no matter what the Constitution says, which of course is that the states run elections.
Yeah, I got an email from a viewer who just pointed out after our coverage last night at 10 o'clock, the Republicans control Congress, the Senate, the White House, and really the conservatives control the court.
Yeah, well, Thomas Massie, the president's critic, who's a Republican, said that. He said, you know, we're talking about rigged elections, and what Massie said was, quote, we won all the damn elections. Like, we won the House, we won the Senate, we won the presidency, we control the Supreme Court, and we're whining about losing the elections. Again, if this stuff was logical, like, we would have dealt with it years ago. It's not about logic, it's about belief, it's about faith. And faith and belief don't need facts, they just need feelings. And there were no facts last night, there continue to be a lot of feelings.
And it's 6 years 6 years ago. That's all. Okay, thanks,
Kyle,
Kyle.
thanks.